and welcome to today's session. Today we're going to do a yoga flow. It's going to have a bit of all sorts in it, a bit of hips, a bit of hamstrings, a bit of movement through your spine, just something to de-stress, stretch you out and make you feel lovely. So, to get started, let's come down into a nice easy seated position. Whichever way you would normally sit cross-legged, let's cross your legs the opposite way. I'm going to do it as well. I've moved a little bit. Closing down the eyes or softening the gaze, we're just going to take a moment just to bring ourselves into our bodies, onto our mats. To reset from the stresses and the strains of life, whether you're doing this at the end of the day or whether you're doing it before you start your morning. You will have thoughts racing through your head. So with the eyes closed or the gaze soft, we're going to think about lifting the crown of the head up towards the sky and think about your tailbone, so the lower part of your back. Just notice how when you lift up as you inhale, it gently relieves pressure from the base of the low back. On the exhale, we're going to keep the crown of the head up towards the sky, and you're just going to soften that tailbone under. So we're not thinking about tucking it with any force, just soften, gently soften into the hips. Inhaling as we grow tall, once again, crown of the head goes towards the ceiling. Feel like your body's coming away from your hips as you let the knees relax. On your exhale, gently tuck that tailbone. Inhale as we lift. Exhale, soften that tailbone. Inhale, lift. Exhale, soften, right ear goes to right shoulder. Inhale, lift up. Exhale as we soften, left ear goes to left shoulder. Inhale, lift. Exhale, right ear, right shoulder. Inhale, lift. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder. Inhale, lift. This time I want more exaggeration through the low body. So as we drop right ear to right shoulder, I want you to soften everything in. Feel that length and stretch through that left side of your shoulder into your neck. Inhale as we rise. Exhale, that nice exaggerated lean back as we drop left ear to left shoulder. If this is tricky for you, take the head back towards the back of the room. Inhale as we rise. This time drop right ear to right shoulder. We're going to twist very gently as we lengthen through this left arm. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder. Same again, we're twisting away from that right knee. Inhale, lift up. One more each side. Exhale, twist. See if you can take that right ear to your right shoulder. Feel the stretch all the way down your back. Inhale, center. Exhale, left side. Left ear to left shoulder. Use that hand, lengthen away. Inhale, come back to center. We're going to find a tabletop position, at which point I'm imagining that Harley's going to attack my head. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. Oh, he isn't. He's too busy. Too busy. What are you doing down there? What are you doing? Oh, thanks, Del. We're going to take some movement into your body. Just move through the hips, move through the shoulders. Allow everything just to move as it wants to. So there's no cues here. No, add this, take that away. No, you just feel it. Let the neck relax. Let the spine do what it needs to do. Then find some stillness while you're here. We're going to take an inhale as we press the ground away, tuck the tailbone under. We're going to stay in this position. Take another breath in. See if you can press everything even more. See if you can imagine touching your nose to your belly button. And then exhale. Let everything go nice and softly. We're going to stay for the inhale as we think about squeezing those shoulder blades together. I want you to really feel like there's a pencil or something in between your shoulder blades and you're trying to squeeze it here as you inhale. And then exhale, see if you can not crank up through the neck. I want you to lift your chin so it's parallel to the mat, no further. And then lift the tailbone up towards the sky. We're going to take the tailbone down and then lift it back up. Take the tailbone down and lift it back up. Take the tailbone down, lift it back up. This time, as you take the tailbone down, we're going to round through the spine, press that ground away. Same here, pressing that ground away. Take an inhale, grow even taller. As you exhale, we're going to tilt the tailbone, leave the top of the body where it is. Tilt the tailbone up towards the sky, and then exhale, imagine touching your belly button to your nose. Inhale as you take that tailbone out towards the back of the room. Exhale, belly button to nose. It's not actually going to your nose. I'm not imagining that that is a thing. Inhale. Lift through that tailbone, exhale, round. Take a bit of movement in this lifted position. Shake your head. Do whatever you need to let your neck relax. Relax through the shoulders. And imagine that you're sinking your head towards your mat. Or in my case, the dog. And I imagine a lot of other people's cases, the dog as well. And then we're going to take the left foot back. We're going to let the right foot join it. We're meeting in our plank position. You all are probably sick of plank chat, but I'm going to say it again. We want to press the ground away. Tuck that tailbone under. Feel how that changes the tension in your abdominals. Give the puppy a kiss. And then exhale, find downward facing dog. We're going to pedal our dog. Oh, that was a mistake. You're going to pedal your dog, or in my case, you're going to let your dog lick your ear, which is really gross. I will be washing my face after this. And then let everything be nice and heavy in your downward facing dog. Thank you, darling. Thank you, baby. Okay, so in downward facing dog, we're thinking about the tailbone going towards the sky. Can you not do that for just a second? That's a good boy. You stay there. Tailbone's going towards the sky. You're pressing the ground away like we would do in our plank position. You're going to take a deep breath in. We're going to float forward to plank, and then we're going to drop the hips. Find upward facing dog, drop your knees to the ground. Oh, that was a lot. Push your hips forward. He's now stolen one of my socks. You're going to think about lengthening the chest forward, pressing the ground away, dropping those knees, untucking the toes. I want you to be on the top of your feet here. As we're here, I want you to imagine that same movement that we were doing at the top of our downward, in our cat-cows. So we're pressing the pelvis forward, and then we're going to lift the tailbone up towards the sky. Tuck the tailbone under, and then lift up towards the sky. Tuck that tailbone down towards the ground. We're going to stay here for 3. Press the hips forward for 2. And for 1, tuck those toes, downward facing dog. Take an inhale, lift the right leg towards the sky. Okay, 3-leg dog. Our aim is not to get the right leg as high as you can. I want you to feel a stretch in the left leg. Your standing leg is the one that's working. Your right leg is like an added weight. So, some of you have done my weighted mobility stuff before. This is body weight versions. Okay, so you can keep this leg bent, that's fine. If you're finding that you're getting a lot of like electric shock feelings into your left leg or into your foot, then you're just going to take some movement through that foot. We're going to come high up onto the toes and then let it go. You're going to also shorten this lever by bringing your foot towards your bum and just letting your heel go as much towards the back of the room as you can. If it's there for you, we're going to lengthen the leg. I don't want you to lift it as high as possible, as I said. I just want you to feel a stretch through the left side and keep those hips squared to the mat. Your big toe is pointing towards the ground. On your exhale, you're going to drive knee to nose and you're going to shift forward on those back toes so that you're on the top of the pad of your foot. You're going to plant your right foot in between your right hands and we're going to reach towards the sky. Reach for the sky. You all know what I'm talking about. Hand down, step it back. Downward dog. Lift up through the left leg. So, same again. If you're getting those electric shock feelings into your right leg, you're going to just come high up onto those toes. You're going to pedal it out a little bit on that right side. If you need to shorten the lever, you can. This is your practice. You can do whatever you want. You can just sit and watch me if you want. And I do know that some of you do that. And that's fine. And then if we can, we're going to lengthen through that leg on the left side. See if you can square your hips. Point that big toe down towards the ground. Let's take a nice deep breath in here. And then exhale, you're going to bring that foot in between the hands. And then you're going to reach up with your left hand. Bring that left hand down. Step it back. Press through plank. And then we're going to drop into our up dog. Untuck your toes. If you can, take a couple of rolls over those toes. That's a challenge. I do realise that's not there for everybody. It took me a really long time to learn that. But now it's good. And it's nice on your feet. Oh, look at my arms shaking. I did arm day yesterday. Inhale. Let's press the ground away. And let's go through our down dog. Take a breath in, lift the right leg. This time, you're going to bring your knee to your bum and turn your knee towards the sky so that you can look under your right armpit. I want you then to, as you've looked under your right armpit, look to the left, see if you can see your foot. You might be able to, you might not. You don't get any points. Sorry. Just see if you can. And then exhale, you're going to draw your knee to the centre. And then we're going to take it in a big circle so we come back. Draw your knee into the centre. Turn it back up towards the sky. Last one. Knee into the centre. Take it back up towards the sky. And then bring that knee in to the centre of your body. We're going to take it this time on the outside edge of our right hand, so we're finding our lizard pose. We're not going to drop the back knee. We're going to keep that lifted. We're not staying here for long, don't worry. If this is a lot on your hips, well, I want to say do something else, but we're staying here. So if it's a lot on your hips, think happy thoughts. Take an inhale, lift your chest forward. On your exhale, we're going to round through the spine. Inhale, lift the chest forward, and then take a big circle with your right hand and reach towards the back of the room. Let that circle continue as you bring your hand back to the mat. Take an inhale, we're going to lengthen the chest forward, and then we're going to turn those back toes through to 90 degrees. We're going to come up into a high Skandasana with both, kind of like a warrior two, but slightly modified because we're not in a warrior two position. This knee is out to the side. You're going to come into this position, then you're going to lift. Oh, thanks, babe. You're going to lift your back toes off the ground. So we're now putting a lot of pressure and a lot of weight into this front leg. We're going to take a breath in here, and then we're going to switch sides. So come into the back of your mat. Now we're going to switch it back. And we're going to switch it back. And we're going to switch it back. Plant both hands down. Chest comes forward. Exhale to your plank. Inhale, press the ground away. Exhale, up dog. Take a breath in, untuck those toes. Goodness knows what my hair looks like now. Not that you care about that, it's fine. Exhale to downward facing dog, pedal your dog. Let's take both heels towards the ground, in turn, find some stillness. Press the ground away. If your wrists are starting to cry, press the knuckles underneath your fingers into the mat. That will take some of the pressure off your hands. I cannot recommend getting blocks highly enough. So that's what I'm doing. And then on your next inhale, we're going to lift up through that left leg. You're going to bend the knee towards your bum, and then you're going to lift the knee up towards the sky. Look under your left armpit. See what you can see. See what you can feel. See if you can drop your right heel down to the ground a little bit more. And now take a look over to your right side. So you're looking under your opposite armpit, trying to see if you can see your foot. You might be able to, and you might not. Again, there's no points. Exhale, you're going to bring the knee into centre and then take it back to your waterfall position. Inhale, we're going to bring it back to centre. Exhale, drop that foot behind you. Inhale as you come centre. Exhale, drop that foot behind you. See if you can twist a little bit more. This is one of my favourite stretches. Inhale, we come in. Exhale, plant that foot outside your left hand. And we're just going to hover in our lizard for a breath. Ooh. Lizard, also one of my favourites. We're going to take an inhale, we're going to lift up through that left arm, and we're going to take it all the way behind you, bringing it all the way back through centre. Turn those back toes to 90 degrees, coming to that high skandasana on the left side, lifting those toes up towards the sky. Think about this knee. You want to point it to the left side like we would do in our warrior two. Take an inhale. Ooh, talking and doing this at the same time often makes me fall down. And then we're going to come to the back of the mat. Inhale, centre. Exhale, come to the front. Inhale, centre. Exhale to the back. Inhale, centre. Exhale, back to the front of your mat. We're going to plant both hands down. Send your foot back to the back of the mat. Press the ground away in your plank. Let's make your abs as tired as possible. Exhale, drop through the hips. Untuck those toes. Find your upward facing dog. Just give me a little glute squeeze here. And now release. Glute squeeze and release. Glute squeeze and release. Let's find downward facing dog. Pedal your dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, foot to bum. Inhale, lift that leg up towards the sky. Exhale, plant that foot outside your hand. Take an inhale as the chest comes forward. Exhale as you send the hips back towards the back of the room. I want you to keep the big toe down, and we come to wherever we come to in this hamstring stretch. For me, today, this feels gross. So, just know, every day on your mat will feel a little bit different, and that's fine. Inhale as you come back to centre. Exhale, send those hips away, maybe knee to nose, maybe not. Inhale, centre. Exhale, find that high skandasana once more. See if you can ground both your big toe and your little toe in this position. Your heel on the back foot. We're going to take an inhale. We're going to come to a goddess position. So your toes should be at 10 and 2. And we're going to sink down into our goddess squat. Stand all the way back up and sink it down. Stand all the way back up and sink it down. Stand all the way back up As you sink down this time, the hands come to your knees and we're going to drop opposite shoulders into the centre of your mat. Just alternating. Ooh. Try and get as much twist on your upper back as you can. So use the length of those arms. Take an inhale, we're going to come all the way up, and then exhale, we're going to fold at the hips to find this forward fold position. Yours might not look like this, and that's fine. Put your hands wherever you need to feel stable in this position. Oh, a mouthful of hair. Okay, from here, we're going to lift the tailbone up towards the sky and then tuck that tailbone as much as you can. Lift the tailbone up towards the sky and tuck the tailbone as much as you can. Lift it up and then widen. I'm not going to go full. Or maybe. And then take your fullest expression, which definitely probably won't look like this, and that's fine, I have been doing this a long time. And then we're just going to breathe here for 3 breaths. See if you can relax your tailbone. See if you can relax the inner thighs that are currently shouting at you to stand back up. You can do this. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. One more. Exhale, if you didn't already. And then come back to the hands, if you went to elbows or if you went to forearms, wherever you are. We're going to bring those toes back to 10 and 2 and you're going to sink back down into your goddess. We're going to take a breath here and then you're going to bring both hands around your front foot. We're going to take a moment in this lunge position. So, as you extend your body forward in this lunge, we're going to lift the toes up towards the sky. Feel this start to go yuck and then lower down. We're going to lift the toes up towards your face. I want you to put as much weight through this leg as you can and then lower the toes. Inhale, we're going to pick those toes up. Feel it shake. Drop them down. Send it back. Press the ground away. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's let the head be nice and heavy. Let's pedal out those legs. Find some stillness. See how your downward facing dog feels on that right side. And then take an inhale. We're going to lift that knee, foot up towards your bum, knee towards the sky as we take our waterfall. And then bring that foot outside your left hand as we find our lizard once again. Inhale, chest is forward. Exhale, toes in the back. Lift as we find our high skandasana. Take a breath in here. Ooh, let's be strong in this position. Grounding through that big toe, into that little toe. Notice when you do that how your knee shifts. Take another breath. And then plant that back foot. The front toes are at 45 degrees. The back toes are also at 45 degrees. And we sink into our goddess position. We're going to take an inhale. Bring both hands behind you this time. We're going to interlace the fingers. Now, I don't want a big spinal bend here. We're going to tuck the tailbone under. We're going to think about the hip flexors on the front. Mine just went clonk because of core work and stuff. We're going to take an inhale. We're going to release the hands towards the back of the room as you press the hips forward. Now we're going to tilt the tailbone up towards the sky. So now we're getting a sway through the low back. You're going to lead with the chest as you come forward. And then you're going to let the hands come overhead to wherever they come to. Maybe your hands are still at your back. That's fine. Don't worry. We're just trying to lengthen through the front of the arms, through the front of the chest a little, and get a little bit of stretch into the front side of the body. Triceps, no, biceps. Take a breath. Exhale, let everything be heavy. We'll take those pelvic tilts another time. So inhale as you lift up. Exhale as you round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, let everything be heavy again. Work your feet to find your fullest expression of your wide leg forward fold or middle split if you have it. I know some of my ladies have a middle split, so after I went, they probably won't go like that. That was a fib. You can all get this. I started to do middle split when I was 40-ish, one maybe. I don't know, it was a long time ago. Take some pelvic tilts if you're here, if you want. Keep that breath nice and steady. And then work your way into a sitting position. We're just going to come down onto our backs. We're going to take a couple of movements for your whole spine. So lengthen through the legs. We're going to reach the arms up towards the sky. On your exhale, you're going to roll down until you feel your lower back on the mat. We're going to let the legs lift in this position. Keep your hands where they are. We're going to hold. For 3, for 2, for 1. You're going to lower a little bit more. Your legs are going to come with you. You're going to hold for 3, for 2, for 1. You're going to let the legs come up. Maybe they come overhead, maybe they don't. That doesn't matter. If you can get your feet overhead, excellent. If you can't, don't worry. On your next exhale, you're going to start to roll down. When your tailbone touches the floor, you're going to pause. You're going to lift your arms up towards your feet. You're then going to start to lower the legs. Comes to your bra strap, comes off the floor, you're going to pause. Keep going, lift up and pause. Just about the lower part of your sacrum should be on the floor. And then we're going to sit all the way up, bend the knees, forward fold. Inhale, we're going to lift. I'm taking my hair out because I can't roll on my hair. And then lower, that was information you didn't need. Lift the feet a little, arms going up towards the sky, hold, keep going, make sure you're keeping that shape. This stays the same as we start to rock back and we hold. We keep rolling back, we let the feet come overhead, maybe your hands reach for your feet, that might feel good. It also might not, and that's fine. Protect that neck. By that I mean don't look side to side. Working your way back down, all the way until you feel your tailbone. Lift your hands towards your feet, and then we're going to start that rock. Pause, hold, pause, eek, yuck, and then keep going. Pause. And then all the way up, bend those knees, forward fold. Let everything be heavy over your knees. Maybe it might feel nice here to bring those knees a little bit closer. You can hug your knees and then keeping your belly and thighs connected, keeping your head resting on your knees or on your shins or on your thighs, wherever your head gets to. I've got a really long body, so mine goes quite far. Just let everything be heavy here. And maybe it might feel nice just to rock very gently, side to side. Feel that pelvis moving. Time's up. I set a timer to make sure that I didn't run over time. And then working your way back up. We've got one final movement to do. So even though we are running over time, I'm still going to do this anyway. Right, take your hands as far on your mat, away from your mat as you can. We're going to drop the left shoulder towards the ground. Keep your hand on the floor. Come back to centre, and we're going to go towards the other side. Drop your right shoulder towards the ground. Keep that hand on the floor. Back to centre, and drop your left. Back to centre, drop through the right. Centre, left. Centre, right. Drop your little finger to the ground a little bit more. Come back to centre. Come to the top of your mat. We're going to roll all the way down, or you are. I will show you. Roll all the way down. Let everything be heavy. Arms are heavy. Legs are heavy. If this is too much, if you have a bolster, mine's in the corner, you can just pop it underneath your knees. That could be a pillow, it could be a cushion, it could be a rolled up towel. Just pop it underneath your knees to make you comfortable. Could even be your hoodie, if you have a hoodie on. Wherever you are, close down the eyes. For years, when I started to do yoga, I got paranoid that everybody was going to leave during Savasana. And it always got to the end of Savasana and I'd stressed for the entire 4 minutes or whatever it was. And the teacher would say, open your eyes. And I'd go, I wasted that 4 minutes. So, my encouragement, invitation, nay, desire for you, for this couple of moments, the last few moments of practice, arguably the most important, is just to trust that I will still be here, that nothing will have happened, that you will have just enjoyed your rest, enjoyed the fact that you have nothing else to do in this moment, nowhere else to be, no one else to be, just you. With that in mind, let's take a scan over the body. Can you release the tension around the eyes? Can you release your jaw? Peel the tongue away from the roof of your mouth. Relax through the throat. Relax through the shoulders. Let your arms be heavy. Relax your hands. Relax your chest. Relax your belly. Soften through that low back. Let your hips be heavy. Relax your legs. Relax your feet. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, relax the space in between your ears. your own time, gently start to bring some movement into your fingers. Maybe it feels nice to touch each finger in turn to your thumb. To run your thumb down the length of your finger. Just notice how that feels, both the sensation in your hand and the feeling of your skin on your thumb. Maybe you linger and notice your fingerprints. Maybe it feels nice to bring some gentle movement into the feet. Wiggling those toes. Maybe rolling through the ankle if that feels nice. Take a nice deep breath in here. Exhale, let it go. Deep breath in here. Exhale, let it go. Take whatever movement feels nice for you. No guidance, just notice what your body needs and let it happen. And then when you're ready, make your way to a nice, comfortable, easy seated position, eyes closed or gaze soft. As always, it has been my very great honour and privilege that you chose to share your practice with me today. It is always, always a pleasure, and I hope that the rest of your day, as always, is filled with sunshine and magic, and things that taste nice, and things that smell good, and things that make you laugh. And above all else, lots and lots and lots of joy. Until the next session, leaving you with lots of love. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day.